your kids on Christmas morning this morning?
This afternoon, yeah, certainly. You know, it certainly beats training in pairs. So to get out there with 7 other of the boys and go through some drills and you know, yell and scream and carry on like little children, it was great. Yeah.
I guess.
Not a smile on your face, weren't you?
Nah, pretty happy, Benny. Yeah. No, it was yeah, it was awesome to see all their faces. Well, the 8 that I trained with, 7 I trained with, yeah, it was great, and just the energy that instantly brought inside was great, and the Gabba deck's in fantastic order as well, so it was a pleasure to train out there.
Dayne, how they split the 8? Like in what type? Is it like, you know, sort of what's name, you know, positions, or what is it?
Nah, we did a combination of just a couple of mids, couple of forwards, couple of defenders. We just thought for this week, just to get back, get a little bit of routine. That was probably the best way to go about it, and you know, as we get closer to games, we'll certainly look at how that shapes up. But for now, just get back, get a bit of routine, enjoy each other's company, and get a little bit of skills, bit of change of direction, and some energy back in the place.
But everyone done the work, mate. Were there a few that needed a few extra laps?
Nah, surprisingly. I was a little bit worried for the interstate players. You know, obviously when you go home and you don't have much contact with any other players and you're pretty much just surrounded by your families, I can understand that motivation levels probably wouldn't be as high. So to see those guys come back in really good shape today was really pleasing. You know, there was a couple of cobwebs early with, you know, a couple of missed kicks and a couple of missed hand passes, but the energy and just the buzz around the place certainly covered the kicking errors. So it was great to be back out there.
As far as like all these biosecurity measures, and it's going to be tough for some guys at home, and, you know, separated from partners or family in some circumstances. What's the club doing to help guys through this period?
Well, we obviously have our welfare team that's across it all, you know, led by Andrew Crowell, who no doubt be working double the hours than what he normally does, to be honest, to sort of accommodate for every player that seems to be struggling. But you know, I feel as though the team that can accommodate and get used to those rules as quickly as possible will be the team that benefits through this period. It's obviously tricky, and a lot of players will, you know, certainly be seeking advice as to what they can and can't do. I know the rules are there and pretty strict, but you know, we're saying that if there's any doubt, don't do it, or ring a leader, ring Nobes. So you know, it's a tricky period, but I'm confident that we have the right steps in place that we'll get through comfortably.
You can't take your son to the playground, mate. How's he going to deal with that?
Well, I'll actually just send him by himself, and he'll be at daycare, so hopefully I'll you know, spend time with him at home. But yeah, it's going to be difficult. Obviously disappointing that you won't be able to spend some, you know, quality time at parks or whatever, but that's just what it is, and that's a sacrifice we need to make to get the game up and running, and majority of the players certainly understand that. All the players understand that, and you know, it's just what we have to do for now.
Can you go to each other's places?
No, we can't.
So within the team you can't go to?
No.
And that's going to be big, because I know boys love hanging out with each other, you love playing golf with
Yep.
each other, and that's a big thing for this team, the bond that you guys have got off field. That's not going to be there.
Yeah, that's right, and that's where I'm coming back to. If the team that can accommodate and you know, understand these restrictions the quickest and just get used to them and adapt, will be the team that benefits from it. Yeah, we certainly, you know, we've built a strong culture and strong relationships in our group by going and doing external stuff, hanging out, dinners, golf, surfing, whatever it may be. So it's certainly going to be a challenging period for a lot of the players, but as I said, if the team that can get a grip on that the quickest will certainly be the team that benefits. And you know, you'll just have to search for different ways, whether it be more Zoom calls, catching up with players, talking, whether it be tactics or just a conversation to see how they're going. That's what's going to be required, because unfortunately the social aspect of it's gone for now.
You also, I guess we have 6 teams in South East Queensland for the start of the competition. You might not have to travel for a while at the start, so you could get a really good boost early on.
Yeah, fingers crossed, hopefully. You know, we'll just wait and see what happens there, but you know, it's certainly it's on the cards. I've heard that certainly is a possibility, but till the AFL come out and say that, then we'll just have our fingers crossed praying.
the flip side of that is if you do start the first couple of weeks at home, those teams in Perth and Adelaide are all agitating to have these count as away games, and then they get a lot of games on the road at the end of the season. That might mean also that you have a lot of games on the road at the end of the season. Is that a trade-off you're willing to have?
Well, I think that's just, unfortunately, that's what's going to be required at the time, mate. You know, it's very difficult for those guys to come over and spend, you know, a good solid block over in southeast Queensland, and you know, they certainly deserve those games at the back end, which for me, you know, this first part of the season is really important. You know, we didn't start the year off well, but you know, we've got a great opportunity. If it may be that we spend the first 6 weeks in Queensland, we certainly need to capitalise on that, knowing that at the back half of the year we'll probably be travelling a bit.
Dayne, what's happening with the Vital Blokes to play in the mid format? Like, will they play, you know, practice games against, you know, you guys or the other teams, you know, second team, or the what's the name, you know, fringe players? Yeah,
well, that's, you know, it's still a work in progress. That's certainly something that the hierarchy of our club are going to have to talk to the AFL about, what happens to the players that aren't playing. No doubt they'll be doing a lot of Saturday sessions and a lot of extra training, trying to stay fit, and also, you know, being ready for when we're called upon. You know, I'd like to think that our team, we have a lot of depth, and that certainly was a key factor in driving us up the ladder last year. So we need those players to remain fit, motivated, and I'm confident that we're able to do that. But hopefully the AFL and, you know, the clubs in South East Queensland can come to some sort of agreement that they're able to, you know, cross over and play a few games at the same time.
That's common sense, isn't it? You've got 6 teams in your back, 5 teams in your backyard.
Yeah.
All in the same position, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're you know, I would presume that majority of the teams will fly across, bring all the squads. So. Yeah, I mean, the grounds are available, and the AFL can tick it off with government or whoever they need to do it. I think it'd be a great idea to certainly give those guys, you know, a hit out and some much deserved game time as well.
Fag said the other day he hopes that this short little mini pre-season doesn't lead to an increase in injuries. Is that something you particularly concerned about?
Yeah.
The way you prepare for games?
Nah, yeah, it is a little bit of a concern, to be honest. Obviously, coming off a 12, 13-week pre-season, you know, having games, then having 7 weeks off where you're not exactly feeling the bumps and bruises, the change of direction, all that sort of stuff. Only having a mini pre-season certainly worries a little bit, but, you know, we've got a top medical staff team here that, you know, touch wood, have had our injury list and do all the requirements for us to stay healthy and on the park, and I'm confident they'll be able to get us fit and ready to go for round 2 in a few weeks' time. But it certainly is a little bit of a concern. But, you know, the AFL have accommodated with you know, shortened games, longer breaks, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm confident that we'll be right.
Dennis Kameni said this morning that whoever wins shouldn't get a premiership cup and shouldn't get premiership medallions, and there shouldn't be a Brownlow this year. What do you say to that?
Oh, he's entitled to his opinion, isn't he? I mean, you know, if anything, it's an even harder premiership to win this year. I'm not sure how many competitions in AFL history that's 7 weeks at the start of the season. You go on holidays and you've got to come back and switch on and get ready to win a premiership cup. So I'm not sure that's ever happened before. I'm not sure it'll ever happen again. So I would say there's even more value on it in all those, you know, awards.
Dress up Fridays?
Yeah. No, you're right, Benny. It's not sure what's going to happen with that. You know, maybe in the 7 or 8 that you come in with, maybe you can just liaise with each other and come up with an idea there. But you know, that's certainly something I'm going to have to throw in the boys' chat and see what they reckon, because it was certainly a highlight of last year. And you know, we want to keep the fun and we want to keep the energy around the place, and that's certainly one thing that helped last year. So we're going to be looking for other ideas as well to, you know, keep the place bubbly, energetic. You know. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, send them my way.
Healthcare workers, you can come in as nurses and doctors this week. Mark,
you've hit the nail on the head already. That's brilliant. We might roll with that week 1. So yeah, but I think it's really important that you still enjoy you know, this period as well. You don't want to just come in and obviously there's a lot of rules and a lot of restrictions. We want to be a team that can still enjoy each other's company, have a lot of fun while we're playing footy. I think that's the main thing.